Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor, all glory, all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rokaha, Kodash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders, prophets, and teachers who rule well, taught us this 100% truth. Now, as you can see in front of you, this man Vince, he came in my comment section yesterday, and he actually made a reply back yesterday, but I didn't get to it until now. So Salakia for that, Vince. But we're going to go ahead and address your Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. Now let's go through how our interaction happened. He commented Revelation 14 and 6, KJV, and I saw another angel. He pretty much read or quoted or put in what the verse says. People of tongue. I'm guessing he's saying that this means all nations are saved. So I said Revelation 14 and 6 doesn't say what you think it does, but I will address it. I said that I would address it. Right? I said, do you have another precept or precepts to support your claim? Right? Because precept must be upon precept. You can't just bring a verse and not bring a supporting verse. Right? And I asked you for it, but I am happy that you at least brought a verse, period. Okay? But, for edification's sake, next time bring more than one. Come prepared. Right? And this is for today. You there, bro? I don't know why it's out of order. And then I put next, breaking down Revelation 14 and 6 will be too quick because it'll be a very quick lesson. Give some more, give more, right? He tells me, don't run. Go ahead and break down Revelation 14 and 6 for me and go ahead and twist how the gospel isn't for every nation. So this dude's automatically, based on this, telling me not to run and then telling me that I'm going to twist the scriptures. Automatically, this dude's hurt. He's just some hurt ass Christian. It's pretty much what he is. Now, I don't know if he's a Jake or not. He could be a Jake, because we judge not according to appearance. But I'm off this dude's spirit. He's going off. He's going off, man. He's in the wrong spirit right here. Because I simply asked him to give me some more. Give me more scripture. But since you think I'm running away, we're going to go ahead and address it. We're going to address it point for point. Okay? So let's get straight down to it. Let's pull it up. Lock. Minimize this real quick. Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth. Now, who have the everlasting gospel. Who is the gospel for? Actually, first, let's see what the gospel is, man. For some of you hard-headed ones who might not even know what it is, man. Right? Saw an angel, the everlasting gospel. There you go. Right?
Strong's G 2098, Euangelion.
Right? The gospel, Euangelion. The outline biblical usage, a reward for good tidings. Good tidings. Listen to this, right? The glad tidings of the kingdom of the Most High, soon to be set up. Salakia for my son in the background. He's stimming right now. And subsequently, also, Yahweh Shai, the Hamashiach, the founder of this kingdom, right? After the death of Hamashiach, the term comprises Salakia, also the preaching of concerning Yahweh Shai Hamashiach and having suffered death on the cross to procure eternal salvation for the men in the kingdom of the Most High, man. That's eternal salvation. And who is that for? We're going to get that. Hold on. What? But as restored to life and exalted to the right hand of the Most High in heaven, thence to return in majesty to consummate the kingdom of the Most High. The glad tidings of salvation through Hamashiach. Who is that for, man? Let's get it. Isaiah 45 and 17. Right? But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation or eternal salvation. Can also be used. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. And there's your world that's in John 3:16, in case you want to bring that up, bruh. That's your world right there. This is the precept for John chapter 3, verse 16, the actual correct precept. Right? So that's the gospel, man. The good news of salvation in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach being unalived and brought back to life, quickened right? And brought up there to the right hand of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to act as mediator for us so that we don't have to suffer the death that's coming, aka that lake of fire, man. That's the gospel. The good news that you're unaware of. Also, what includes in that is deliverance through the chariots and everlasting bodies and so on and so forth, man. That's not for you. That's not for Salaki, because I don't know if you're a heathen or a Jake. That's not for no fucking heathen, man. That's not for everybody on the earth. That's for Israel, the Israelites. That's who it's for. We just read it. Okay? So let's get back. Right? And let's grab another precept, man. Right? Amos. No. Go back. Start at 1. Right? Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh hath spoken against you, O children of Israel. It's talking to the children of Israel against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Yahweh by Shem Yahushua only knows the families of Israel, man. He only knows the Israelites. He's only dealing with the Israelites. So why would you have a say-so in the salvation if you were never a part of it, man? Okay? You were never a part of it. You can't get past this, man. You really can't. And there's another verse that I wanted, man. Salakia, let me find it. The Wada Yahweh by Shem Yahushua brought it back to my mind. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Our gospel. That's possessive, my dude. And who is he speaking to in Corinthians? Who is Paul speaking to? Let's find out. We're going to go back Salakia again for my son. He's bugging out. Salakia, give me a second. Salakia. Right here. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach, by the will of the Most High, and Timothy, our brother, unto the church of power, which is at Corinth. Right? With who? With all the saints which are at Achaia. If I'm pronouncing that right. If not, Salakia. Right? Who are the saints, man? Psalms 50 and 5. Right? Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. These are the saints, man. Israelites. Israel is the only one that made a covenant with Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Right? We can grab another precept. Right? We're going to go to this book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He exalt the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye Yahweh. Right? So Israel, those are the saints, man. The Israelites. Only an Israelite man is going to be that saint, man. You understand that? So that's, hey, we just went through and showed you who the gospel was for, man. Right? That's who the gospel's for. See, I told you, we're breaking this down a little bit by little bit. We'll go back to Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel, right? Which is for who? Israel, because they're going to receive the everlasting salvation, right? To preach unto them that dwell on the earth, right? Is it speaking to everybody? Well, let's find out. And to every nation. Now, this word nation trips up a lot of people, man, because this word nation goes into ethnos, if I'm not mistaken. We go back. Yep, ethnos.
Strong's G 1484. Ethnos. Ethnos.
Right? Not a word ethnos or ethnos, right? Outline biblical usage, a multitude, whether of men or of beasts associated or living together. A company, troop, swarm, a multitude of individuals of the same nature and genus, right? The human family, or a tribe, nation, people, group. In the Old Testament, foreigners not worshiping the true power, right? True God, pagans, Gentiles. Paul uses this term for Gentile Christians, right? Ethnos really just means a race, right? Or a tribe, or a nation or people, right? That's what it means. You cannot add to that. In order to understand who it's talking to, you have to get the context. You have to get the context. And guess what? This also goes into the word Gentiles. I don't know if you can see what I'm highlighting. The word Gentile also stems from ethnos, right? Let's prove it real quick. Gentiles right here in Luke 22 and 32. The Gentiles. Ethnos. See that? That means that goes into ethnos as well at times, right? So that just means nation or people. Don't believe me? I asked Google. If you don't want to believe me, would you believe Google? AI? A Israelite can be a ethnos. Yes, an Israelite can be considered a part of an ethnos, which is a Greek word often translated as nation or people. In the Bible, ethnos can refer to Israelites as a group, as well as other nations or peoples, right? That's not mine. That's Google. That's probably not good enough. So let's get the scholars, right? Because we're going to prove all things here, man. Let's get what the scholars said. Right? Zondervan, from the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. If you don't have one, go ahead and scoop you one up. Right? Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Gentiles, nation or people, means the same thing, man. Usually it means a non-Israelite people. Usually, which means it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes that word is referring to an Israelite. So how do you get that understanding? Context. We just showed you who the gospel's for. That's context of who it's talking about when it says nation, out of every nation. That's context, man. Locky, I forgot to minimize that. It's giving you context of when it says out of every nation. Right? Because why did it say out of to every nation? Why did it say that? Do you not know that Israel was scattered? Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. Right? And Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations. Damn. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether Yahweh shall lead you. You see that? They're scattered among every nation, among the heathen. Come on, man. That's why they got to preach to every nation. That's why the scriptures say that. It's not saying that every nation's saved. It's saying that Israel's scattered. That's why you have to go back, right? We just addressed that, every nation, why it says that, and went into it deeper in case you didn't have the understanding. Now you do. You might reject it. I don't really give a shit, right? And kindred. Let's go into that. Kindred, okay? Go back out of that. Drop down. Kindred, which is what? Fule. Get that.
Strong's G 5443. Fule. Fule.
Fule. Drop down. Outline biblical usage. This is a cut. A tribe in the New Testament, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons, Salakia, of the patriarch Jacob, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Do you understand that? You can't beat this word, man. It's whooping your ass. Go back. We address those. Why is it tongue? Because since they're scattered throughout every nation, they're speaking the tongue of that nation and people. This doesn't mean all people either. Why are they considered different people? Because they're practicing a different language, different practices as far as what they believe, all of that, man, so on and so forth. That's why they're different people. Right? For instance, people don't consider the Native Americans the same as the so-called black man. The Native Americans are a people, and the so-called African American is a people, right? But guess what? They're both Israelites. Come on, man. Easy to understand. And this is why I told you to bring more. I told you to bring more. This was an easy breakdown. This is easy to understand if you had to understand it, man. But you ain't got the spirit. You ain't got this 100% truth. It is what it is, man. Right? I think I touched on everything that I want to touch on, man. That's really it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Hey, I addressed Slakia. I did not send it that Slack. I got hot in the spirit. I did not. Hey, I addressed everything. I addressed this whole verse. I addressed every point in this verse. I broke it down completely, which is something you Christians don't do. You read the verse verbatim and then say, boom, there's the understanding. No, you got to break that verse down, man. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, man. That's why I asked for more, right? Go back. What did I ask? Right? So, I said breaking down Revelation 14:6 will be too quick. Give some more. That wasn't me being prideful. That wasn't me being boastful. That was me looking out for you to make sure you had a full understanding on what you was bringing forth. Right? Hey, Vince, it is what it is. You either accept it or you don't. With that, shalom.